You're listening to The Great Game, a Hunter the Reckoning actual play by Holliday Studios.
Previously on The Great Game, a trio of strange strangers is united by the will of Queen Victoria to track down the coronation regalia. Our investigation takes us through echoed thieves, that'd be me, family history, and into a dreaming stronghold of the Fae where Princess Elminor hunted transfigured humans for sport. We travelled to America to acquire a book of magic and ran afoul of the sorcerer H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer. Aylin the medium bound spirits to herself to gain power, and with the help of Harry Houdini, Holmes was defeated. Returning to London, the trio found our base ransacked by an evil cult and our people taken prisoner. The gathered forces journeyed to Stonehenge to confront the cultists, Raven the soldier leading their forces into battle against vampires and werewolves both, only to be struck down by the werewolf she had long suspected killed her friends. The cult unleashed a dark being called Tyrant, and defeat seemed close at hand, but I managed to steal the implements of the ritual. Aylin held the Tyrant's attention, and Raven discovered that she was a powerful Valkyrie and returned to wreak havoc on the field of battle. The cultists were defeated, but the trio were unable to reclaim the crown jewels. Despite that, we received word that they were back in their rightful place in the tower and returned to the Queen to report. Her Highness thanked us for our service and informed us that the battle at Stonehenge was simply too much chaos for the crown to ignore. Our organisation was disbanded, and all three were declared fugitives, with Raven's time in the military making her also a traitor to the crown. The three of us fled England, myself in the company of Princess Elminor, now exiled from the Fae world for plans of seizing power, Raven with the criminal sister she had long thought dead, and Aylin with Houdini in hopes that he would teach her control over the spirits and magic still flowing through her blood.
I'm Clara Allison, and I will be playing Aylin Crane, the Inquisitive.
And I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I'll be playing Sloan, the Inquisitive.
Hi, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Echo, the Underground.
And I'm Overthinker. I will be your game master for the evening. Welcome back, players.
Glad to be back.
I already have anxiety. It's fine.
You're going to pardon me some coughing. It's been a rough week. The year is 1894. The Meiji of Japan is at war with the Qing dynasty of China in what will be known as the First Sino-Japanese War. The control of Korea hangs in the balance. Yamanaka and Company opens trade to the West, selling Chinese, Japanese, and Korean art to those who can afford it. Christian missionaries spread across China, finding opposition in the first hints of the notorious Boxer movement. In Britain, Lord Rosebery has been elected Prime Minister. At Oxford, physicist Oliver Lodge demonstrates Morse code over a range of 61 meters. Queen Victoria announces the opening of the Manchester Ship Canal, and Kipling's classic The Jungle Book is released. In the United States, the Panic of '93 sees a major financial collapse. The rapid shift in American politics is underway, with newly elected President William McKinley. Augustus St. Gaudens's statue, The Puritan, along with the popular book Footprints of Four Centuries, begins to mythologize the Puritan movement as religious fervor rises. Russia moves to formalize its alliance with France, strengthening its position against Germany and Austro-Hungary. Their continued internal policy is one focused on autocracy, orthodoxy, and nationalism. In France, anarchist Émile Henry throws a bomb into the Café Terminus in Paris, killing one and injuring several, a prominent event in the Ère des Attentats, era of bombings. Heinrich Hertz, a pioneering German physicist for whom the Hertz unit of frequency is named, died on January 1st from surgical complications. He was 36. Lajos Kossuth, a Hungarian lawyer, politician, journalist, liberal revolutionary, and president of Hungary since 1894, is dead at 91. Adolphe Sax, Belgian musician and inventor of the saxophone, dies at 79. And on December 3rd, Scottish novelist Robert Louis Stevenson, writer of Treasure Island and The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, will die of a cerebral hemorrhage at 44. These facts and more, at least for now, are put from the mind of a snow-white wolf as she lopes across the moor. Her pack is gathering. Those present feel her presence even at miles of distance. Those absent feel her disapproval from many miles further, silently cowering and accepting their inevitable punishment. The white wolf has only so many runs left, and those who are absent are noted with cold precision. The pack gathers around her as, with some effort, she hops onto the central fallen stone of Stonehenge. She sits and watches as they step forward, wolf and all, as she requested. The spirits gather around them and they scent the air, recalling as one what took place here 2 years hence. A battle. Blood of man and beast. God and monster cut to pieces in the night. Sacrifice, suffering, and victory, but not before her prey beheld the real. The white wolf lifts her head, drinking in the memory of a cloud of darkness. And there it is. Like ink or oil that runs up the walls and climbs the legs only to congeal and retract, dragging all deeper into nothingness before expanding again. The breath of consuming rot, dragging all into nothing. The inevitable pull of the worm. It had been here. The pack began to stir, frustrated at a missed opportunity, but her will floods across them like a sheet of ice. Those wise enough to yield without issue, the young and foolish push back and suffer her wrath before falling silent. She thinks in that silence, watches the stars, then descends from the stone pedestal and goes to finish her work. Echo.
Hello.
Japanese soldiers patrol the streets. You are in Hanxiang, capital of Korea. Their occupation and continued success against the Chinese has been a boon to some and a bane to others, and brought many wonders from the island nation along with them. A creature, a twisted, spindly hag of a thing. An Oni. Repulsive she may be, but she has something you and your employer want. A weapon. The sweet scent of jasmine, honey, and incense cloud your razor-sharp mind as you stride through a humble tea shop. A few patrons still present are either as nocturnal as you are or having a rough night. From the sallow faces and lack of conversation, it could easily be both. A curtain of beads lets you into private rooms, and past those, a staircase leads to a set of offices above the shop. Several people sit on the stairs, waiting their turn to be let in. Some weep, others are silent, dead-eyed. All need a miracle and prepared to pay a terrible price with the bundle in their arms. A single mortal eyes you up and down, noting the box you carry under your arm with a knowing nod. It's not the first time Kabetsu has received an offering. Would you please describe your character?
Yeah, so Echo looks much the same she did 2 years ago. Except her clothes are a bit nicer, but she's still dressed in that long black coat. A very nice pair of boots. Very dark clothes.
Mm-hmm. For skulking, one might say.
For skulking, one might say. Stands probably about 5 foot tall, 5'2", give or take. It's difficult to tell her kind of shifts as she moves.
Gotcha.
It makes it kind of difficult to pinpoint exactly how tall she is. And yeah, her hair is dark brown, kind of sweeps just over her left eye. She walks in with that box tucked under her arm.
All right. The Oni's lair is adorned with fading remnants of her home. The walls play host to banners, plants die in the corner, and even the vast garments bound around her spindly form seem too weathered for the setting. Eyes yellow with jaundice glare at you from a bony face, too little skin drawn across too much sharp, angular bone. Her ears are long, almost pointed, and their lines descend into an equally pointed chin, giving her a triangular silhouette. Thin limbs with flesh hanging off them beckon you forward as a mouthful of needle-sharp teeth grin a sinister welcome. The box under your arm shifts slightly. She inclines her head in a bow. What do you do?
She will kind of tip her head very slightly in acknowledgement.
It is considered polite in some circles to take your eyes off the other person as a show of trust. Neither of you will be doing that here.
No.
And what can Kaibatsu do for you?
Well, I've heard tell through the grapevine that you've got an item that might be useful to some people.
Common treasure.
Oh my god.
An odd choice. Please. She extends an arm slowly across a pile of stuff, pulls aside a curtain to what looks like living space. You see a sword sitting atop the pile.
Out of curiosity, is that what I'm looking for, or am I looking for
Yes, it
something
is.
else? All right. Yeah, she'll kind of tilt her head toward the sword. Right, that sword there.
I see. You come here, trade what is so precious for. Grasps it and lifts it off the pile. Such a simple bauble. I think perhaps you don't really need it. But show me what you've brought.
She'll kind of heft the box up and set it on the desk and open it.
Oni are creatures of darkness and evil. Not the least of their unpleasant qualities is their preferred diet of infants. Hello, little one. For the sword you bring me. This.
But I wouldn't have set it down if I wasn't offering it.
I'd like you to make me a social check.
Yeah.
Persuasion, manipulation, charisma, to a point up to you.
This feels like a manipulation persuasion.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
She's not very good at these. Oh, two.
Luckily for you, she wants to believe you. Delicious. Very well. Her arm stretches slowly and cracks like the shifting limbs of a tree. Growing longer, you think, than an arm should be before it holds the sword in front of you.
Yes, you will reach out to take it.
Very good. Now be off with you. I'm hungry.
Of course, wouldn't want to delay your meal any longer than you would have. She'll kind of dip her head again and turn to leave with the sword.
All right. You hear Kaibetsu scoop up the child, lift them out. Make a wits and awareness check.
Nice.
Or perception check, as we call it in this room.
What?
And also two.
You hear a giggle. Something like a sign.
I think that's my cue to get the fuck out of here.
Then you hear Kaibetsu shriek.
And Echo starts running.
All right. Behind you, the infant has transformed into their original shape as Princess in exile, Elminor, drives a knife into the hag's shoulder. Echo, stab her! And we enter initiative.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I have a sword, right?
You have a full samurai sword in your hand.
Cool. I mean,
Fight, run.
we're
Watch.
running.
All right.
Yeah, no, she will basically turn on her heel immediately now that presumably the Oni is suitably caught off guard.
She appears pretty shocked that her dinner has just turned into a full woman. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Sounds good. Okay. 3 successes.
For the record, desperation is 1 at the moment.
I will keep that in mind, and I will
Cool.
update that on.
All right.
Actually, I have. Well,
Yeah.
4
4 successes. So Elminor was basically in her arms, turned back into a person, stabbed her in the shoulder, is now much heavier. The Oni brings up an arm, and you watch blood surge through it as it grows larger and fatter, claws extending out, ready to drive down like knives into your friend and employer. And rather than that, you step in with the sword, cutting up from the hip and sever the arm at the elbow. The hag screams.
oh fuck! I didn't.
well, sword seems to work.
Right, not bad. Now, let's finish this. You betray. You. The other humans will suffer. The hag attempts to. One of you put a knife in its shoulder, the other cut off its arm. The hag attempts to bite you. I'm going to need you to roll Dex and Athletics to get out of the way. Or Dex and Melee if you want to try and counter with this sword.
Yeah, we will. Oh, use the right bot. I think they're the same, so I will do Dex Melee. I am nothing if not consistent.
She also got 3. Does anyone remember who wins in a tie in this game?
I believe.
Defender.
Well,
Defender.
in the case of situations like this where we're both semi-offensive, we both lose. Effectively,
Awesome.
we trade blows.
Cool. So here's what happens. Rather than trying to throw Elminor off her lap, the Oni rises up, her spine just getting longer, and stretches 4 or 5 feet across the room. Her butt does not leave the ground. Her whole torso and neck get longer as she bites. You bring the sword up and cut into her mouth, and her mouth keeps coming and bites you on the shoulder.
Ouch.
You are going to take 3 points of damage.
Hmm.
And
What kind
she's
of
also going to
damage?
take...
Superficially aggravated.
Right, we do that here, yes. Now I'm looking for weapon reference. There we go. I'm actually going to say this is 2 points of aggravated damage.
All right.
As her teeth are long and bladed, and as soon as they hit your shoulder, you know you're going to be sick.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
Cool.
Elminor is going to take a shot. Okay. Fuck that. There we go. Your employer whips up behind you and you can tell that she has grabbed the top of the Oni's head and is looking into her eyes. She says, "This all seems like a lot of effort, doesn't it? Putting in a lot of work, just for something that's already done. Why don't you just relax?" "That's right, just relax." Does the Oni resist? Yes, she does. And it's your turn. "I'll relax when you're meat."
Well, you'll die without relaxing then.
How would you like to proceed?
I think Echo just drops sword, goes for a knife. Because
All right.
conveniently, there happens to be a neck at about shoulder level.
Yeah, a lot of neck. That's still not very thick.
So yeah, drops the sword on the way up, grabs the knife, and kind of brings it across the neck.
Roll to attack. I will give you a extra dice for situational advantage in this situation.
Hell yeah. Oh, fucking 4. It's gonna be one of these fucking sessions.
And she, in response, three. All right. Tell me how it works, what it looks like as Echo decapitates this Oni.
Yeah, so like I said, her hand is kind of coming down, and it's somewhere between like throwing and dropping the sword, and she kind of flicks open her coat, and then on the way back up, grabs a knife from the sheath at her hip, and she just kind of brings it up, and she aims like right below the head, like right below the chin. And because the Oni is so horrifically proportioned, the blade happens to be, I imagine, just as long as the neck is thick, if not a bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
And just in one pretty clean motion brings it up. And, well, I imagine the jaw loosens a bit, and she kind of grabs it and tosses the head off to the side.
The head rolls away. Yeah. Please continue.
Oh, that's it. That's it. She kind of just rolls her shoulders. Ugh.
Well, that went pretty well, all things considered.
It's not my first time. Oh, ugh. Kind of looks down at the wounds.
Yeah, make a stamina plus composure test.
I'm okay at that. 2.
2, you don't immediately vomit, but you gotta get something on this because it already is starting to smell a little rotten. Elminor takes a moment and crosses the room to where the head fell, picks it up by the hair. "Right, love. I think we'll be bringing you with us just in case," and shoves it into the box that you guys walked in with. You never know. Some of these things can come back from anything.
Better be safe than sorry.
Right.
I'm
And
gonna.
shall we?
I'm just gonna kind of as we're walking, echo. Are there like bits of fabric and scraps of stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. This place is overly decorated, but all of it is that kind of faded, like uncared for vibe.
I hit better than nothing. I'd like to kind of make up a makeshift bandage to put around this wound, at
Okay.
least until we get out of here, and I can see probably a doctor. Because ow.
We have a skill for that, right? Intelligence plus first aid.
Well, so first I would like to use improvised gear to make an actual like bandage.
Oh yeah.
To give myself
Roll
a
that.
bit of a bonus. That is intelligence craft. Okay. Difficulty. Fuck. Okay.
Okay. 4 is a success. You start to make the bandage. You like pull some cloth, get some string. Like, okay, this will be fine. And you're following Elminor out of the tea shop, past the guard outside, who, for a moment, looks like he was about to come in and see what was going on. And then Elminor looks at him, and he starts grinning, and just sort of sits down. And sits there, just grinning, looking at nothing. You don't bring her on every job, but she's handy on some of them. Once you get down into the tea shop, you realize, oh, the problem isn't that I'm bleeding. The problem is that there's something in this wound. So what I need is some of these herbs. And you basically grab some herbs, grind them with some water, and slap together a poultice that will draw out some of the toxin.
Yeah. Right, so
And then make me the first aid with the advantage.
Yep. So I think that puts me at this many dice, which is less than I'd like. God fucking damn it. Okay. I got 2.
It's all right. 2 means you won't get worse. I think. Yeah. As far as we're concerned, 2 means you won't get worse. Every point above that means you start getting better.
Echo is, believe it or not a doctor.
No. Hopefully you know one.
I'm sure she can find one.
With that, the 2 of you head out into the night, back towards home base, which we'll get into a little while later. First, we're going to move up from the Korean Peninsula, out across the sea, then across a fair amount of land to, I believe we said Chicago. Isn't that right, Aylin?
Oh, we're back. Yes, back in Chicago.
I'm having a brain fart. Did we say Chicago or New York that you guys are in right now?
I think New York.
Fair enough. New York it is. Although you're not in New York mentally, I'd like you to describe for me what interior mind space you visit when you go to consult with the Council of Ghosts that lives in your blood.
What a loaded statement. Aylin has tried repeatedly to build out a domain that is like more neutral and less personal, and cannot help it. So the place that she retreats to when she has to like interact with the people in her blood it's It's like a walk up. It's a brownstone, or at least you would assume from the looking outside the windows. It's not like anyone ever you can leave the space. It's this little brownstone that's decorated in nice furniture, but clearly things that have been used by other people, not new furniture. There are pictures, like, if for all intents and purposes, it is a lovely middle class family home, but all of the images all the images on the portraits on the walls and on the mantle, the faces are completely blurred and you can't tell who they belong to. There's hints of some of the life that was lived in this space. A coat on the coat rack, two of them even. Lots more women's clothing than anything that a man would keep around, with the exception of a gun holster that hangs from the same coat rack, and maybe a top hat. Aylin entertains the people she has to keep there, mostly in a sitting room or a living room, as if she is hosting a party. So the sitting room is a little stuffed because 10 people is a lot for a small home like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's she tries again. It's a mental space. So it's almost as if she is hosting a party. It is decorated with some like sort of fanciful occult-esque things, as if it was maybe a Halloween party. There is on the sideboard there is food. It remains untouched because, again, this is a mind palace.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it mostly it looks festive, if not the guests are not all universally happy to be there.
Well, you've given them a small set of apartments for 10 people, no faces on the paintings. And the idea that someone else lives there, yeah, this has been compared to purgatory.
There are guest rooms that just aren't enough for everyone. Not really, and I'm trying.
You see, who speaks first? Obviously, it's Amanda.
She is my favorite.
And we understand that you are trying. And it is trying for all of us to be in this situation. If you were to perhaps go to a bigger place and imagine that and create it, or perhaps there is a mage that you know through this Harry who could teach you to create a physical space that. Have we explored this? Her husband Lorenzo shakes his head, then tilts his head to the side as if remembering, and then shrugs. If there is a way to create a physical space within this mental space that we could inhabit properly.
I've been trying. It doesn't stick. Do
Well-
you remember the Buckingham Palace incident?
Gordon, who is sort of the senior professional mage, shudders a little bit. And Lucinda, the school teacher, says, to be fair, it looked very nice initially.
I just can't hold it long enough.
And no one's blaming you for that. I'm a little bit.
I really am trying. I do not know what the block is.
Hans, who is initially, all you knew him as was that he was German. You have since learned enough German that you understand him to be literally a professor of the occult. Like, he has studied the weird stuff for his own amusement or for some sort of gain. He's never really been clear about that part. The why gets lost in the what. He says, to be fair, we are ghosts. There is no reason to assume that we could inhabit a physical space if one existed.
Should that mean that the space in here is satisfactory? You don't occupy any space either.
Well, that's not exactly what I said. We occupy a certain mental and clearly emotional space. Which reminds me, have we ever discussed whose house this was?
Nope.
I know, and perhaps we should... At this point, Gloria cuts him off. Let's not. All due respect, dear. We know you very well at this point, and I don't know if more emotional intimacy is beneficial to this dynamic.
My thoughts exactly. If anything, removing this space would be preferable. I just don't know where else to go yet.
Right. And we cannot go anywhere. This is the problem that we are facing. You take one of us out like whenever you need us, and we only have one place to go. Which is what we are really here to discuss.
Do you know how to get out?
I'm going to have you give me a roll of your willpower.
God damn it. Two successes.
You feel a sensation, concerning sensation you've started to feel more and more recently. I think you first felt it when one of the spirits here in your mind got what they wanted. Henrietta, a fellow con artist and kind of one of the ghosts you're the most friends with, she gets you on a certain level that very few others have. She wanted to see H.H. Holmes punished for murdering her and the others, but mostly her. And then, actually, I'm going to leave this up to you. Did you go to the execution yourself or read about it after the fact?
I think Aylin went because she would have gone with the others.
Which others?
She would have gone with the rest of the technocracy.
There were a few on hand to make sure everything went down as it was supposed to. But after what Houdini did to Holmes's abilities, there wasn't a lot of chance for him to escape the mundane law. And so he was hung by the neck until dead. And Henrietta got to watch. Other spirits in your mind have started to feel more comfortable, come to a certain level of peace with their state. And that's when you started to feel a pull. All of you feel it, and you feel it now. Like the ground beneath your feet wants to move away from you. And down, and there is a sense of darkness. and the inevitable. Some of these spirits are being called to move on, and they can't do it without taking you with them.
I'm not
Well,
intending on going.
and obviously we would prefer not to take you with us, but your man Houdini has been somewhat helpful in trying to explain. Han speaks up. To be fair, we don't really understand the veil between life and death. I suppose I understand it more than most at the moment, but to plumb those depths would be a different sort of exploration entirely.
Yes,
Obviously,
and
you don't want to come along. I understand.
we have Holmes's notes. We should be. Could is there no way to remove you the way that we have we considered going back to his books and maybe re-engineering what he did? We could reverse it. I have no idea. None of us do.
No. Holmes was deeply disturbed man in pursuit of power far beyond what he was capable of wielding. To recreate what he did would require a similarly estranged mind, and I suppose I apologize that I do not possess it.
Well, it's good to know I'm not as fucked up as H.H. Holmes.
Henrietta puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll try to figure it out. Okay. Also, Mark keeps talking about the house being tilted. That'll be a later problem. Sorry.
Mark, please. one crisis at a time.
It's just, listen, I can't turn it off, okay? It's why Holmes made me build his hotel. It's why I got him mixed up in all of this. Sorry.
Theoretically,
we don't have a lot to talk about here, you know?
No, I understand completely. Theoretically, the space is just built on my recollection of it. Perhaps if you destroy them, if we can figure out how to remove the memory or alter it, you could have more space.
And that is a more interesting idea if one of the people in your brain had any concept of manipulating the mind. As it is, we have, points to Evie, a little bit of fire, points to Abigail, a little bit of other stuff, your light. My dear husband can find points of interest, and myself, and of course Gordon, who can get us where we need to go. Gordon tips his hat.
Well, the next time the opportunity presents itself for me to shove more ghosts into my blood, I will see if I can find a psychologist.
Now, why would you say such a thing? We do not need more ghosts in here. She's kidding, dear. It's a joke. Right. Very funny. So
I will.
Can you talk to Houdini again? I do not think he is taking this as seriously as it should be taken.
No, I don't. We've been talking. It's just hard to listen to him sometimes.
Well, I'm sure that when the time comes and your life is on the line, you will be glad that you made yourself more comfortable.
I will talk to Harry.
Good. Lucinda raises her hand, a school teacher behaving as though she were in school. We know you're going to an event today. Who were you planning to take with you?
I would like to have all of my faculties.
Well, right. I don't think any of us want to take over necessarily, but it would be nice if I'm going to do something around the house to know if I'm going to be called up to work.
I would prefer I have no intention of summoning any of you. If anything, it might be worth having Hans speak with Harry if we're going to bring this up again.
If?
When I bring it up again.
Right. There we go. She says something in Italian that you...
ghosts.
Yeah, she says something in Italian that you've learned to be... is it this stubborn girl, this damn girl, this something girl?
I recognize this bitch.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fine. Hans, if you would not mind being prepared to speak with him.
It is always a pleasure to discuss these matters with someone who actually practices what I learned.
I refuse to be bullied by the ghosts in my brain.
No, I'm being fully genuine. Talking with Mr. Houdini is a pleasure.
Right. Evie, if there is a chance at...
Always ready.
Thank you.
Gordon again tips his hat. If you need to get anywhere, let me know.
Thank you, I will. As long as do we know what happened? If I die, do you all die worse? Is that... I'm evaluating my options.
Do you want to find out?
Not really.
Then maybe put that second.
Fifth, at least.
Indeed.
All right, I'm leaving. I can't. I mean, is there anything else?
They sort of look around like, give me an insight check.
Insight and?
Wits. And yes, everyone take a shot because I still use D&D terms. I will not stop.
Please don't take a
awareness.
shot. You will die by the end of the season.
3 successes. Yeah, I don't want to die in real life.
3 successes. You can ask anything else, but this is very much a situation where you have 11 roommates and there's a lot of things you guys can't talk about if you want to stay on good terms.
All right. Good to know we're all in denial. Anyway. If this week, right. I will work on getting more space.
Grazie. You wake up. The weather is frigid this late March morning. Even in your fine apartment and well draped in blankets, the cold bites at you. And your mind wanders to a time much like this in New York when someone was there to keep you warm. Warmth now fights its way under the door and across the room, drifting in from the study, where you can hear Harry fussing about something, clearly having lit a fire. The apartments are fashionable, with high ceilings and walls adorned with Angelo's artistic talents. He brought some of his native Italian decor, pairing it with rich woods and warm carpets. He makes no secret of his dislike of the weather here, and has made the home the three of you share all the warmer to counter it. Describe Aylin as she dresses for the day.
Aylin had, unfortunately, 1894 is a rough year for sleeves. We're looking at mutton sleeves, which are my least favorite design. She is still as fashionable and as, wrapping paper glamorous as ever. But she's also never been a morning person. So, Aylin has so if she can avoid getting fully dressed, she will, and will pull on a dressing gown that she's very used to just swanning around in when they're all in the same when they're lounging around, and will wrap her hair up in a fashionable little hair wrap. It's all very performative. But also she's never really gotten used to spending this much time with men that she doesn't want to immediately punch in the face. Not immediately punch in the face. And she likes one of them more than the other, at least. But yes, if she hears people moving around, what time is it?
Morning.
Yeah,
The sun is up. Clock's in the other room.
Yeah, if she's awake and probably should eventually face the day and talk to at least one of them, she'll get half dressed loungewear style. She's not putting on a corset just yet, to check in on them.
All right. You head out into the main room. Good, you're awake. How are your house guests? Still rowdy? Houdini is sitting by the fire with the morning paper and a cup of tea. Eyes you over her glasses as you come in.
Aylin does look like she's not getting rest.
Mm-hmm.
They're fine. They're frustrated at the accommodations.
Right, the brownstone. Still don't understand it, but minds are funny that way.
It's just a place I remember well, so it's the one that we're going to use. It's just easy to call up.
Well, if they start rebelling, remind them that they can easily live anywhere they want as long as they don't mind a door opening into nothing.
The problem we're having is more that I should have better mastery of it than this.
Well, your creativity was always fairly focused on getting people to do what you want. What?
Nothing. It's fine. Continue talking.
Well, this is an interesting energy. Your creativity is focused on getting people to see things the way you want them to be seen. Am I mistaken?
I am exceedingly clever. But yes, some of my creativity has been forced into the art of getting people to believe what I say.
Yes. And such a fine and specific focus of creativity, limited in other ways. I know Angelo, well, he probably wouldn't want me to say.
No, say it.
Angelo enters. He is a little bit taller than Houdini and a little bit thinner. A handsome Italian man. Hello, yes? What do you need? Oh, Aylin, sit down, child. You need to get your hair brushed. He walks
Harry
over with a comb. This is also part of the ritual he performs to reduce your paradox.
Harry was just enumerating what might be wrong with my approach to my domain.
Your domain. Harry points at his head. Ah, the guests. I was thinking it might be good for you to engage in something more artistic. Have you considered painting?
I have devoted a significant amount of my life to performing on stage in the capacity that I do. And she just makes direct eye contact with Harry. Harry just when people are not interrupting my work.
If you want to call
That
it work.
is, that is where it goes. That is where my heart is, and that is, painting is fine. I could learn to paint.
Angelo sucks his teeth a little bit. I do not think that learning to paint because someone said it was a good idea will give you the sort of creative approach that you might. I'm just saying you may want to find an art form that calls to you. Something that then could encourage you to be more, how do you say, open.
Is the moving peppers ghost not enough? Are the feats of technology that I am using for my project, not for my work, not creative enough?
I'm not criticizing your magical talent. I am simply saying that if you want to make a better house, you should probably be able to make a house here.
Aylin looks at both, like, just gives. Aylin just gives Angelo the like. She wants to be mad. She can't be mad at Angelo, but she is. Don't gang up on me.
I don't think we're ganging up on you. I think I have an idea about how this should work. And Angelo and I were discussing it last night and the night before that, and quite a bit, actually. I don't know if you're aware of this, but of the several projects that I'm working on, you are one.
That's flattering.
Yes, you're welcome. There's a fair amount of conversation about how does one treat an individual in your unique circumstances.
Behaviorally or medically?
Well,
No, don't pause like that.
well, he's smirking it a little bit.
Aylin is gonna throw something at Harry, I fucking swear. I think she looks
Anyway,
over and the
Angelo-
brush is out of reach.
Yep. Angelo suggested that if you could draw or paint a house, that it might help you make a better one, is all. And I've been talking to a lot of my colleagues and getting into this and that, and anyway, yes.
No, now you have to explain it.
Well, it seems that you're bound to these spirits. that whatever happened to you via the chair created a connection between these 11 souls that is rather like a knot made out of spider web several miles long. The thoroughness of the entanglement is frankly impressive. It was clear that Holmes did not intend separation to be possible.
Was he just going to let them ride around with him forever?
I imagine having several helpless individuals upon whom he could prey and manipulate at his discretion would have seemed extremely pleasant to him.
Actually, I do remember the other option. It came up briefly that the more adept of the souls could consume the less adept.
Interesting. This would be Angela, the adept of the prime sphere, I believe, yes?
One of them. I can't remember who brought it up now. It doesn't matter because that would be destroying them in a way that I do not think we could recover from. So,
No. Sounds like
just all
murder
of them.
twice.
Yes, and in the spirits of not murdering a bunch of people who are unwillingly in me, I'd rather not. Speaking of, I do think that we are on a bit of a timeline.
This is true. Angelo puts down the brush and, completing the ritual, gives you a respectful peck on the top of the head. You should be good for a week or so. Don't do anything too strenuous, of course.
I would never.
They both roll their eyes. I'm going to the theater to set up. You two should be along as quickly as you can. The delegates from DC are punctual. And they do not... Yeah. Excuse me. And he steps away. He's mad at me about something.
Who wouldn't be?
No, I mean specifically.
Why would you do?
I don't know. Help me
Could it
remember?
We really do have to... What?
I'm seriously asking. Why is he...
I could not say. Perhaps it's your ego.
No, he likes that.
Does he?
Yes. Do you actually give me, like, you have history? What's a remembering skill?
I can do an insight again.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my god, I fucked up my sheet.
How dare.
Three successes.
3 successes. Henry has forgotten something.
Harry?
Harry has forgotten something.
Oh my god, is it his birthday?
No, they've been dating for a year.
Oh, you're a dick.
That's
Aylin does remember.
unspecific. Thank you.
No. It's just how long have you been dating?
Shit.
Yes. You're terrible.
Damn it all. I was planning to take the carriage in case we had to do anything at this event. Well, nothing for it now. He
What,
gets
you're
up.
just going.
What?
You're just going to let that hang. You're not going to
No.
try to make it up to him.
Of course I am. What am I, some kind of fool?
Yes.
Rude. And I'm helping you. And I'm letting you stay here. And I'm teaching you magic. Rude.
Yes.
He grabs his own dressing gown by the shoulder, and as he pulls it across himself, he is fully dressed.
You look insane.
This is what I always wear.
Your dressing gown.
No, he pulls the dressing gown and tosses it aside.
Ah, there it
and
is.
he has
Why are
gone
you
from
fully
his pajamas.
dressed?
He has gone from his pajamas, clearly, to being fully dressed in the blink of an eye.
Okay, that one I want to try.
And I imagine it would be very helpful with certain elements of your garmentry, which are always challenging to get off, by the way. Now, I'm going to... Ooh. That Venetian pastry shop where we met. They had the very nice little cheese rolls. I have to get men to help me pronounce them. Anyway, I shall see you at the theater. If you get there before me, find the men from DC, Brown and the other one, and keep them busy until I get back.
Right.
All right?
Is Angelo going to help me get dressed then?
Angelo's, I think he's gone.
Then I think I need help with something.
Are you quite sure?
How much time do we give till the event?
All right, let's go quickly. He will help you don your outfit. And then, right. Go, have fun, but not too much fun. Wait for me for the important stuff, but otherwise don't wait for me. And if you see Angelo, say nothing about this. All right? All right.
Right.
He walks over to your standing armoire and says, "See you soon," and steps into it and closes the door.
Dumbass.
You know he did not hear you because he is halfway across the world.
Yep.
You are now alone in the apartment with maybe 5 or 10 minutes before you gotta head out to a meeting with other branches of the technocracy.
There's not a lot to do. I'm not going to draw the fucking house right now. Where are we headed?
Your destination is Coster and Beale's Music Hall.
Oh, delightful. I think in that case...
The event... Yeah, the event that you are going to is a film showing.
I think in that case, Aylin will do the rest of her morning stuff, which include, she'll check the newspaper, she'll check, she'll drink some coffee, but it shouldn't take particularly long as she just heads out.
Cool. Bad news.
I can't take the armoire, can I?
You can't take the arm. Well, you can. That's what I was actually about to say.
Can I?
If you leave now by carriage, you will be late.
Oh, I'm certainly taking the armoire. In fact, the minute Aylin figured out how to use it, she's never using any other way to leave a space.
Excellent. So the first thing you need to do then is spend some of that time conjuring Gordon.
God damn it, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'm going to be late.
We'll say that part of your your
That's
prepping
fine.
in the morning was this. You're cutting it
All
very
right,
close.
Gordon. All right. What rules do I need to make to get Gordon on board?
Since you have time and access to your, like, what is the term for, like, a magic setup?
Let's call
Like
it
your
apparatus.
accoutrement. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
her
have access to your
accoutrement.
apparatus. This is your safe space, your ritual circle. You can conduct the channeling of one of your 10 spirits comfortably in this house or wherever you take your apparatus with you.
BP says they're called tools. Fine. We'll use a boring word for them.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with
yeah.
apparatus, actually. It sounds fun.
Apparatuses actually would be the term. Anyway, regardless, language is fun.
Your turn.
Yeah. Aylin will set up her little morning ritual to get out of the house, which is a little bit snuck into her like getting ready routine between a little bit of light meditation over her coffee. She has a small corner of the bedroom of the parlor really, where she's sort of made it her own like little study. So there's a little desk. There's it's right by the window, so she gets a lot of good light. And she has in a tin jewelry box a series of items that, in addition to her own things, are more or less emotionally attached to each of her spirits. So for Gordon, it is a piece of what is it? For Gordon, it is a piece of a train ticket to Chicago, which was actually the one, which is it was one that was just purchased over the time that they've been together, but both of them keep as from a trip to the house when they went back, having gone back. Because they both experienced it. So
Okay.
she will sit with that and kind of think about. She has taken the time over the last 3 years. I forget how long it's been.
2.
2 years
1.5-ish.
to basically forge these connections, with these spirits to make totems that she can pull up.
All right. Totem in hand and your space set. A moment later, Gordon is with you.
Now, do I see him, or like how does he?
No.
Is okay.
Channeling a spirit, and it feels a little different with each of them, is always like wearing a garment that you're not used to. Like, oh, there's no reason for me to wear this extra puffy sweater under my fitting jacket. But you are.
Right on.
For Gordon, it's like kind of like a thick leather raincoat all the time, but also very sturdy boots.
She finds it to be particularly not comfortable, but she's more used to it than a couple of there are spirits she has a better rapport with, which are like more comfortable for her to wear. But Gordon, she uses a lot.
And he's happy with it. He doesn't mind telling you that he would rather be here moving you around than in the house talking to the others a lot of the time.
It's not that I don't like having your company. It's that I miss privacy.
Right. Well, that is... I understand.
There are already two people in the house that I live in. I'm not complaining about the fact that this is all the situation is happening. It's more of a the fact that we're all here together, and it would be nice to just not be forever surrounded by people who you sort of have trapped in you.
I can confidently say that I sympathize with your position, and as usual, you have my solemn vow that I shall keep my attentions entirely to myself. I've no desire to see more than I need to get you around or to enjoy the scenery occasionally.
This traumatized spirit.
I know that on certain occasions, some of us have lost focus during moments when you would prefer to be, when privacy would be socially acceptable, shall we say.
We're all making the best of what we can, and I hope I've put on a good show. Can we go?
Oh, certainly, yes. Let's proceed.
Aylin throws open the, puts on her big old hat and throws
Both
open
of
the
you are
armoire
definitely
door.
thinking about the time. Because it is challenging to rechannel a spirit, there are certain situations where you have to, for example, go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And you don't necessarily have time to send them back and call them up again.
This is fine. Listen, crazy circumstances here.
The advantages, however, are real. Please roll intelligence plus streetwise.
Ugh.
And you add an extra dice to this because Gordon is helping you. You're trying to get better than 2.
6 critical successes.
Excellent. 2
Yay.
successes to travel within the city to a place that you know was very doable. With 6, you can put yourself anywhere in the theater that you would prefer to be.
Which sucks, because I don't want to do anything crazy. I mean, we're all meeting people, so I think, if anything...
Yeah, but you're meeting important people.
That's true, and they're they're not called the technocracy at this time. They're called something else. I'm scrolling up the chat to check. Regardless, yeah, I think fuck it. Let's put a little pepper on this. Aylin is an illusionist and a medium and a spiritualist, so she's going to make a little entrance for the Order of Reason.
Mm-hmm.
And find a doorway, and I assume that whatever portaling ability that we're using it will avoid. We're not going to pop inside a person and blow them up.
No,
teleportation is scary.
With 6 hits, you can comfortably not telefrag anybody.
Thank you. Funny.
You be pretty confident. There's a technique that Gordon has been the first thing he taught you, in fact, when you were starting to master these abilities, is that you're moving all parts of yourself, and it's important to move certain perceptive elements first, because if you are going to land in a person or an object, it's better to lose some things than everything.
Horrifying. Anyway,
yes, teleportation is very dangerous to those who don't know what they're doing. Fortunately, he does.
Yeah, for anyone, so for the people who are congregating, it looks as if Aylin materializes almost like a fairy creature, sparkles and like smoke, as she sort of builds up from the ground into herself again.
Absolutely. Like, is it Cinderella with the blue dress that has like the swirls of sparkles around her and then you're just there.
Ta-da!
Several people clap as you are in a room full of mages who appreciate a little bit of showmanship.
Thank you,
The
you're too
theater is
kind.
already starting to fill up. This place has a maximum capacity of just under 4,000. Obviously, not everyone here is going to be awakened, but you know to go to the upper boxes where everyone is.
If there is anyone she kind of recognizes, she will like, it's so lovely to see you again, and grab someone's arm and like have them escort her up.
Yeah, there's let's see who would be here. Tesla's here, sulking in a corner because Edison is getting a lot of attention.
Aylin will grab Tesla's arm then.
He nods
Darling,
to you.
it's been so long.
Yes, how are you?
I'm well, thank Gordon for the entrance.
That was, yes, very nice. And you're still here, and you have all of your... Gordon, how are you? I knew him, you know.
Oh, you did? Shit, I did forget that. Yeah, Aylin will happily like translate anything Gordon wants to pass along.
I think Gordon has mostly interpreted to Houdini, and he will repeat it this time to Tesla, that he's glad they got rid of that guy, and he wishes he could have been around to make sure more troublemakers didn't make too much more trouble.
So yeah, and Aylin will pass that along and then just start heading like this walk. She has his arm as if he is like leading her, but it is very clear as like she's moving Tesla that she's like she's walking him.
Give me manipulation plus persuasion to get him out of the corner. He's pretty determined to sulk right now.
With such a pretty girl on her arm, why?
See how he does this? He just comes in and he talks to people, and it's so infuriating. It's
2 successes.
I'm better at this than he is. Does he not get that? Do they not get that I am better at this than he is?
You are.
He's got all this pull with the sleepers, all this money, all this bullshit.
He's uninspired at best. All he's doing is lighting small spaces. It's not going to last. It's not going to take.
It's ridiculous. He gets all of this, and in 100 years, they're all going to think, Edison who? Edison who?
Your time will come. Especially if you're in front of people. Now come along.
With 2 hits.
It's not great.
But he's not gonna he's still mostly gonna talk about being annoyed about Edison.
You absolutely listen.
He'll be present, but he's not good company.
Yeah, I think Aylin and Tesla, whenever they do hang out, do sometimes devolve into discussing the people they fucking hate.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, it is just them bitching about Edison and Houdini.
Yeah. Which is a little awkward for Tesla because he and Houdini are also friends.
Well, then he should know how much of an ass he is.
He can be, but he's also very good, you know. He brought a lot of us together.
Do you want me to say nice things about Edison?
You would not dare.
I wouldn't, because I actually like you.
Right. Thank you. See, you get it.
All right.
Where are they?
Where's who?
Harry and Angelo.
Well, Harry's making up for a particularly grievous oversight in which he's forgotten that it's someone's anniversary.
Whose?
Theirs.
Oh. I thought they met in the summer.
I have no idea.
I'd like you to make me composure plus resolve, please. As you spot the DC guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was something I was supposed to be doing. Oops. Composure plus resolve?
Yes, please.
All right. Not my best pool. Two successes. We're rapidly going to run out of luck.
Yeah, you're going to let that sit?
I'd like to.
I'm always going to offer you the opportunity to not. Because it's fun for me.
Yeah, I know, but you've tricked me before. I'm taking the two successes.
All right. Yeah, there was something tickles at the back of your mind. But then there's the DC guy. Yeah. Something before them. They distract you, but there was something else.
If it's one of the ghosts, they should speak up.
Nope.
Well, then I've got nothing. Time to make a good impression, I guess.
All right. You and Tesla walk up to these guys. This event is important to a lot of people. It's a shift in technology and in what can be called technology. And you know that these guys are very interested in what it can become. This is the creation of a new art form, which is not a thing that happens every century.
Don't worry, it'll rapidly become more and more popular as the century moves on. Yeah, Aylin will, with all of the charm that she possesses, is happy to shoot the shit and just be.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Mr. Brown. This is Mr. Jennings. Unlike most of the other guests who are, in accordance with their vast and varied traditions, pretty eclectically dressed, these guys look like they have been in politics since they popped out of the womb.
What lovely and classic suits you both have.
Thank you very much. How can we help you?
Oh, I just wanted to say hello. New faces are always important to see here.
It's a very welcoming community you have here.
Well, thank you. We try. I'm Aylin Crane, and she'll shake hands.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Mr. Brown shakes your hand. We've heard a little bit about you. You're Houdini's, I don't think apprentice is the correct term.
Aylin's eyebrows shoot into her hairline when they say Houdini's and then pause. No, pick a word.
Cool, he's going to insight that.
Apprentice
okay.
is not quite it, but do go on.
Right, you're, well, we'd love to have a word. Is Mr. Houdini around?
Theoretically, he should be here. If he would like to be here.
I see. So he's not.
He should be by shortly.
Well, I'm sure you can keep us company for a little while. And he points at Tesla as if trying to remember his name.
This would be Nikola Tesla, a good friend of ours and an incredibly prolific and talented inventor.
Right. Mr. Tesla. It's good to meet you. Put her there. Go ahead and make another manipulation persuasion as you try to build up Tesla a little bit.
This is my biggest dice pool, and it's failing me. Two successes.
How?
What?
Truly wild.
Truly wild. I was doing so well.
Tesla gives these men a stiff handshake and says, "I'm going to get something to drink," and walks away.
Well, he's used. You must forgive him. You understand eccentric inventor types.
You know, inventors are not really my personal group, but I appreciate them, yes. Eccentricity definitely runs in a lot of circles, though. That gets around.
If you struggle with eccentricity now, you're not going to find this particular society to your taste.
Yeah, we'll see. Make an insight check, please.
Six successes, bitch, on 5 dice.
He gives you a smile and a nod, and sort of acknowledging your humorous comment. And as he turns to head off towards the box where you guys are going to watch this film, you get the distinct impression that he already doesn't like everybody here and is really playing close to the chest as to why.
All right. I know an asshole when I see one.
Yeah.
Aylin immediately, will turn to check on Tesla, who I assume is sulking in a corner again. I can't help the damned. So she's going to pivot and start. Is this Jennings or Brown?
Jennings has been following Brown the whole time and nodding occasionally.
And Jennings is the asshole.
Jennings is the one who's doing all the talking.
Aylin will shift technique that will shift tactic then. If this guy hates this society, I have to know why. So we'll follow along with him. If you'd like to share a box with us.
But Jennings is the tall one who's not doing the talking. Brown is the one who is doing the talking.
Brown, got it. If you'd like to share a box with us.
Oh, I believe we've already been seated together.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, delightful then. Why don't you tell me a little more about what your hopes are for this?
And he absolutely will when we come back to you.
Farts.
Meanwhile, on the far side of the United States, someone is playing a game of cards. Or sometime in the same temporal region. Call it the same month. Maybe it's not the same time. Maybe it is. Maybe it's all perfectly simultaneous. What? No? Stalling? Never heard of it. Sloan.
Mm-hmm.
You have been playing this game of cards in the birdcage for hours. Cotton ran out of money, bet 2 pair against a straight. Shuro went down to a series of bad bluffs. Mason is on your left, and directly across the table from you is Wyatt Earp, or as you know him, Uncle Wyatt. The game is Texas Hold'em.
As always.
You started with a pair of queens. The flop was 2, a 10, and a 5, followed by a second 2, and then another queen, giving you a full house, queens over 2s. Mason's won the last 2 hands and looks poised to take the table. Tensions are high as he re-raises Wyatt. And now, seeing that queen come down the river, he goes all in. Wyatt looks at you scrutinizing waiting for you to raise, call, or fold. Who is walking out of here with $1,000 in cash? And how does Sloan look this evening?
Sloan is a small woman at about 5'2", 5'3", with her boots on. She wears clothes that are clearly in a men's style, with the exception of the shirt, which is looks like it is taken from like the undershirt, the underbodice of a woman's dress. Everything has been tailored perfectly to her. It's all very, very high quality. There is a cane resting against the table next to her, and her bowler hat is on top of it. In the bowler hat is a small, what people, if they look close enough, would realize is one of the feathers from the body of a peacock, not the tail, but the body. So one of the smaller fanned feathers, with very distinct peacock colors. And she has short-cut, dark red, almost like a chestnut to auburn color hair, and intense blue eyes. And just under her, left eye are two very pale lines from an old scar that she got way back in childhood. Despite that, she's got one of those kind of very feminine, almost delicate looking faces. And she is sitting there with two fingers from her left hand on her two cards. And she is watching the table with a kind of very placid, almost serene looking face. She looks very relaxed. Is there any way that I could do, like, I don't know, some sort of a check to be able to kind of remember?
An insight check?
Some kind of a check to remember, like, what cards have come up, so that I know whether or not having this full house is enough.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be wits and insight.
Okay. Let's see. This is what I do. So that's 8 dice. For 6 successes.
6 is very good.
It is.
In fact, that is the highest that that's great.
Highest that you pre-rolled?
I had certain tiers of success, how much you would know based on what you rolled, and that was the highest.
Excellent.
Mason, who just went all in, is bluffing. He was looking for an ace or a 6 to round out a small straight, and now he's pretending he has the queen. Now he's pretending that queen is what he needed, which can't be true because you're holding the other 2 queens.
Right. Okay.
Wyatt is, as usual, he looks either drunk or asleep. Like he's barely present. Sometimes he will delay touching his cards just to make people wonder if he's actually out.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tactic. He does it on purpose.
I have been playing against him most of my life, so...
Yeah. What he doesn't do on purpose is grind his teeth a little bit when he's pushing it. If he had a pair of 2s, that'd be 4 2s to your full house, and you'd be dead in the water. but he doesn't know he's going to win, which means he doesn't have 4 of a kind.
Excellent.
And he's grinding his teeth right now. You also notice something else.
Hmm.
A little bit behind him, there's a woman. You've seen her in here a couple times before. Darker skin, hair sort of bound up on her head, very well dressed. She has dismissed several people already. 4 or 5 individuals have come up to try and chat with her, and she's sort of sent them away. And in this moment, as you are reading the room to the best of your ability, she looks over at you and smiles.
Just to be clear, this is mostly for BP's reference. That is not Uncle Wyatt's wife, right?
No, not at all. No.
Okay. Because she is beautiful and sounds very much like that. Okay, cool. Well, in that case...
No, this is just a good-looking girl smiling at you across the bar.
What's the pot up to? $1,000?
Yeah.
And the guy who went all in, what's his name again?
Mason.
Well, that must be a peach of a hand.
Yeah.
And she'll kind of consider for a moment. Look like she's really thinking it out. Well, I must be deranged, but I think I'm just gonna have to call.
Are you, I mean, it's your money. Lose it if you want.
I will call him. I will push in the rest of my money, my pot.
All right. Wyatt. Gives a little bit of a smile. And on 6 hits, I'll let you know. It is very nearly midnight at this point. In fact, let's say it's a little past. Because you guys started late in the day and you've been playing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He nods, puts a hand on the table, and pushes in his pile. And there's a twinkle in his eye that makes you wonder if he thinks he can win or if he's ready for the game to be over.
He's just given up.
I call to. Mason nods and flips over a 3 and a 4, which is nothing. Wyatt flips over a 2 and a 9. You got it. $1,000 in your pocket.
I will flip mine over and show them my full house.
Pair of queens. Wyatt nods, giving a little smile. You watch the color drain out of Mason's face. You cheated.
What an ugly thing to say.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, because those queens, they come up before. Now, son, don't do nothing you'll regret. No, this woman here, she ain't playing fair.
I will just...
How do you respond to this allegation?
I'm going to sit back, kind of very casually with one hand, unbutton the buttons that hold the front of my coat closed, so that he can see the pearl-handled revolvers in that are both in like cross-draw holsters. We going to have a problem, Mason?
I think we got one. I'm calling you out. Let's take this outside. You sure you want to do that? He still looks pale.
How much do I know about Mason outside of the table?
Not a lot. He's played in places you've heard of, or so somebody who says they know him or says they know someone who played against him. You know him well enough after a game to know that he's not as good a card player as he thinks he is. You're not sure where he got the money for this table because he hasn't won any of the big tables that you know of. So either he has money from outside the gambling world or something else. You want to find out more?
I would like to, yeah.
Go ahead and roll that
Roll my
wits and
insight.
human perception. Roll your
Alright.
insight. Look at this man's soul.
I'm gonna spend a willpower. Reroll some failures for 6 successes.
6 again?
Yup.
Initially, this is not the first time someone has accused at a table you've been at, not the first time someone's accused you. You've had people pull guns. You probably pulled a gun yourself once or twice.
I try not to, but
Yeah. Looking at this guy, he wants to do this. He wants to go outside. He wants to draw down. But it's not entirely for the reasons he's saying. He doesn't know if he can beat you, but he does know that he has fucked up in a major way by losing this game. And I think on that many successes, you look at his outfit's a little...
threadbare.
It's not quite up to snuff, a little threadbare. There's aspects of his physicality that give you the impression, okay, you do hard work, you also drink, probably know some unsavory types, but
How deep in debt
he's
are
got
you?
he's got a ring on too. You ask him how deep in debt he is?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't none of your business. Nothing I can't handle.
Well, if I'm about to kill you, I'd like to know how much it's over.
$600. And then I think a thought occurs to you.
Mm-hmm.
$400. Well, that's about the live-in salary of, say, a wife and a kid for the better part of a year. Maybe the value of their house. He kind of wants to die because he's in trouble, but he mostly wants to die because there's someone he loves he can't bear to disappoint.
I'll kind of draw a deep breath. Mason, I tell you what. I'm going to make sure you don't go home empty-handed and not filled with lead. And you're going to owe me a favor. Or many, really. You're also going to go see a doctor about that cough.
I'll be open to discussing that. Actually, make me Manipulation and persuasion.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an extra 2 dice because you actually know what this guy is, what his deal is.
Does he think I'm pretty?
Yeah.
All right.
He's a married man, but he is a man.
So that's 9 dice total because you give me 2 extra, right?
Yep.
Oh, for the love of Pete. We're going to spend
Well, that's
another
1 out of 9.
willpower. We're going to spend another willpower. 3. I guess that'll be as good as it gets.
Brutal. I don't see how. No. No, you and me, outside. I ain't getting bought out by no cheat.
I didn't cheat. And I won't cheat when we go out there.
All right, then. And he stalks towards the front door.
She will sigh and stand up. Uncle Wyatt, I'll understand if you want to stay inside.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't think he'll beat you, but
He won't.
if he does, he ain't coming out the street.
I'm going to hand him my cane because I need both hands free. And then I will follow Mason outside.
All right. You walk out into the dark street. The birdcage is a lovely place, and its light spills into the street, as do half a dozen similar, lesser establishments nearby. It may be the middle of the night, but you can see each other pretty clear. And as he takes position, folks drinking and sitting and gambling and talking can see clear as well and begin to move away, making sure he's got a nice clear avenue behind him, nobody's standing. And the same for you.
Okay.
Right.
I stand casually, almost like I'm bored.
Sloan Holliday, you're a goddamn cheat, and I won't have it. Y'all are my witnesses. It's a lawful duel. And he unhooks his belt and prepares to move.
Just sigh, behold ugliness. And then as soon as the sign is given.
All right. Silence descends over the moment. Everybody watching. The drunks stop drinking. The gamblers stop gambling. The whores in their windows lean out to see what's going to happen. One board creaks as someone shifts their weight. And then he goes for his weapon. I'd like you to roll Dex plus firearms with your specialization in quick draw.
Do I also get my +1 bonus from my artifact?
Yes, you do.
Excellent. So Dex plus firearms. It's been a long time since I've played a 5th edition game. A specialization just gives me an extra die, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So that is 8 dice. Specialty and quick draw. Fuck. Reroll. For 8. That's a critical.
On his 5 dice, he gets 3.
Given that I rolled a critical, can I decide where I shoot him?
Yeah. You have sufficiently exceeded him. His fingertips are barely grazing his holster. He hasn't literally touched his gun yet before you've already cleared. You have so much time to aim.
I want to nail him in his dominant shoulder since it's a ball and joint socket, because that's going to mean that arm just stops working, but it won't kill him.
All right. What is the weapon you're using for this particular duel?
This is my... Scrolling down. It's a nickel-plated Colt 1877 with an ivory grip.
All right. Hammer, tuned for a quick draw. Comes back. Clicked. Aimed. There's a shout, and he falls to the ground.
And it is back in its holster before he hits the ground.
Roll me wits and awareness real quick.
Okay. Not my best pool, but not awful. 6 dice, not 67. 3.
3 successes. 2 things catch your attention a little bit. First of all, the woman from before is watching the duel and fanning herself. Second, for a moment with the gun in your hand, you feel like you're not alone out here in the street. Like there's somebody standing next to you, watching, maybe approving.
Does it feel familiar?
Very. And then the moment passes.
Sloan blinks a little. And I think Wyatt's the only one who knows her well enough to know that there is just that split second where it almost looks like she wants to cry, but it's gone as fast as it comes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She blinks and she's back to normal. And she'll walk over to Mason, reach down and very casually remove his weapon, toss it cut off to the side out of his reach.
God damn it. God. You shot my damn arm off.
I didn't shoot it off. I'm better than that.
It feels like you did.
Yeah, well,
it
is a major joint, but it won't kill you. Just need to get to a doctor.
What? God. He pushes himself up with his other one. And at this point, several people come over and help him away.
Before they pull him away, I'm going to pull out 100 from the cash that I have on me, because I imagine I grabbed at least some before we left the table. And I'm going to tuck it into his pocket. Along with my calling card. You want more, you can earn it if you stop by.
Make me another manipulation persuasion check.
Okay.
Because his pride will not let him take it easily, but he has been pretty humiliated, and it is $100, so threshold's not super high.
Do I still get the +2?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay. So
you nullified the benefit of your insight by shooting him in the arm.
Oh, well, it was better than killing him.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes.
4 is enough. He sheepishly takes them. All right. And clearly does not know how to process that you have shot him and then paid him.
Get to a doctor and then get home to see your family.
All right. And he
And
wanders
stop
off.
gambling. It wasn't made for you.
And on that brutal retort, I think we'll go to break.
Thank you for watching The Great Game. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.halledhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/halledhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
And welcome back. Echo.
Hello.
Since the dissolution of Her Majesty's Royal Reliquary, you have been a thief again. You've had the good fortune of an employer who seems to value your services enough not to try and screw you over or double cross you. Also helpful, she doesn't really understand the value of money.
True.
So when you were like, hey, let's buy a boat, she said, okay. And then that happened. And when your old crew were like, hey, what if we all live on the boat? She said, that sounds great. I'd love to have you nearby so I can go to your room sometimes. And it's made it pretty convenient to get around the world and steal stuff in all kinds of exotic locations.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. As the two of you return now, tell us about your mobile home.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine since we are definitely not taking advantage of Elmonor and her lack of understanding of money, it's probably a pretty nice boat.
She also wouldn't settle for anything less than
anything less
a
than
nice
the
boat.
best, of course. So I imagine it's probably got a room for each of them. Despite the fact they definitely don't use all of the room. Yeah, it's probably a fairly nice. Would it? What kind of boat would it be?
We're going to say steam powered for sure.
Steam powered? All right. Then yeah. I'm bad at, I don't know, boats.
Fair enough. It is a nice craft, comfortable for 8 of you, serving as crew and passenger.
Mhm.
Passenger amenities, crew jobs.
Communal living.
Yeah. And as soon as I find where I put that other thing, there it is. Yeah, your crew. Willow is the group's muscle, more of a big brother and bouncer who's taken up the position of ship's cook. Turns out, in addition to occasionally knocking heads, he's got a talent for the culinary. Yeah. Allison Todd, who used to be the group's sort of lead face and distraction, She has come back and stabilized after going on a bender post-vampire encounter.
Understandable.
She has also gotten a lot closer with Elminor. You guys used to call her Wonder, and that's kind of the look she gets whenever a Fey princess walks into the room.
Unfortunate.
Uh-huh. Jaden Church has very much been working to acquire some of your own skill set. Not quite to the point of being infiltrating yet, but get up on a roof, observe a target, figure out how he would get in. He's kind of become your recon expert. And Snake. Snake is not around as much. He and Elminor started butting heads. And you get the sense that he was not overly comfortable having a non-human around all the time, given his encounters with them prior to that. Whatever his reason, he was a real dick about it.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
Also, having joined your crew the most recently, Lori McCoy is... You get the sense that she thinks she's Elminor's friend, and Elminor thinks that she's like a good person to have around because she's a good pickpocket and can play music. She does bring a lot of joy and is fully like a changeling.
Oh, fuck.
She is from Elminor's side of things.
Mm.
And yeah. That's most of your crew. You guys have figured out who does what on the ship. Willow also understands the engine enough. Lori has started to learn to navigate. Jaden is better at it. And also has started doing the paperwork for like, yes, we're checking in here, we're checking out. We'll leave at this time so we don't hit a bunch of other boats. That sort of thing. And right now, they are waiting as you return to the ship with a collection of shots to celebrate your victorious return. Hooray!
You know, I know I'm good at my job and all, but don't you think it's a little bit early to celebrate? She kind of jumps onto the ship and immediately takes a shot and downs it.
It's like almost... It's been dark for a while, says Allison. You can definitely drink. Also, you're not my mom. So... Yeah,
Right.
we kind of do what we want here. Isn't that sort of the whole thing?
Jesus
Lori
Christ, I'm
is-
fucking with ya.
Lori is very anti-rules.
Jesus Christ.
Jaden just sort of smiles. Y'all take this very seriously. So it went well?
Could have gone better. I'm not dead yet. I'm gonna need to see a doctor, though.
I think it went swimmingly. We killed the hag, got what we needed, and now we can, right. drinking, and I think...
No.
Yeah, let's party tonight, and... now we have a meeting. Whatever. Let me drink, and then we'll figure it out. And Elminor begins to drink. She does frequently, usually to excess.
Right, I suppose I'll go see about finding myself a doctor then. Fucking hell.
Right. Jade, would you make sure our echo here doesn't end up in the gutter or something? And obviously, here, she walks over and, like, hands you some cash. Get the best. We're not going to be... Right, everyone. We're not going to be resting on our laurels for long. Once Echo's patched up a little bit, we're back on the water. We're trading that sword to another fella. And then we are... Well, it's time for things to get good.
Where the fuck are we going next?
That's a bit of a surprise.
I don't
we just
fucking
give
do
everything?
surprises.
Fine, we're going to another ship. That's why we need some friends. But... actually... Yeah. You've got a bit of an infirmary on board. Do you want to take a shot at this yourself, or do you want to spend the cash and go get it handled?
Oh, we're going and getting it handled by a doctor.
Oh shit, so I had him one time.
Cool. We're going to say the ship has a resource base of 3, and we're going to knock that down to 2 as you call someone in who can get this patched up properly.
Perfect.
In fact, are you going through official channels, or are you going to, like, a guy that you know?
For something like this, she'd be going to a guy that she knows.
Fair enough.
she'd be going to the guy that knows a guy.
The guy that knows a guy arrives a little faster than you expected. And once you see all his friends with him, you realize why. Because I forgot to give him a name. Captain Tarian is kind of a known figure among thieves, particularly the seafaring sort. And to see 6 of his people, including his physician, walk up to your ship would be a cause for alarm if Elminor didn't shout his name across the whole dock. Tarian, you're here. Just the man I wanted to see. Come on in. We've already started drinking. As your shoulder is getting patched up, do you want to chat with the captain, his medic, or drink and party with the crew?
She would kind of do some general carousing with the new people, see what they've been up to, what they've been working on, any recent jobs, stuff like that.
Sure. Tarian and Elminor find a corner and begin to discuss. And the doctor and crew are meeting your people. Doctor's name is Isaac. Black guy, shaved head. Sort of an easy but focused manner. So, how did this happen?
Well, I was dealing with an interesting individual, and
Looks like an
One thing.
animal bite.
More or less, yeah.
How long has it been like this?
Just happened earlier this evening. It's that bad.
He looks up at you. If you told me you had left this untreated for a week, I would believe you.
I need
However, and he starts slapping stuff on that pulls out a powder and keeps a cloth between his hands and said powder. And then very quickly slaps it on your shoulder and holds it there. And you feel a burning sensation that becomes pretty painful pretty quickly.
Fucking hell.
All right, hold still. Hold still. You don't want it getting anywhere else on your body. And go ahead and lie down. And he removes it off your shoulder and takes like a brush to brush the rest back onto the cloth. You see that the powder, previously white, has now turned yellow, and your shoulder is starting to look more like skin and smell less like death.
The fuck was that?
I was just trying to see him.
Would be a complicated explanation. And he ties the bag back up.
Right. The fuck was that?
Make a charisma plus persuasion check.
Do. 2. Yeah, that tracks.
He's mostly bone.
Oh, wow.
The porous ground bone draws things in. But it is the not mostly that does most of the work. And that, taps the side of his nose, is a secret.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Do you know what they are talking about?
I haven't a fucking clue.
She doesn't. She doesn't tell you. I think
She
there
and
is.
I have a difficult relationship.
I would have his relationship too. I was on the boat with that all the time. You know what I mean? Kind of nudges your shoulder.
Nothing like that. She's not my type. Leave it at that. Bit too.
Oh, you're serious. All right. Well,
Yes. We have a complicated past.
interesting.
Do you
And
know
I
what they're
hope
talking
she's-
about?
I think they're talking about stealing something. And unless I am mistaken, you both look over and watch Elminor pass the sword across the table.
Or the most.
Tarion picks it up, opens it slightly to examine the blade, and then they shake hands. A moment later. Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna try and get up and walk over there.
Cool. Yeah, your shoulder is recovering now under a normal poultice. You can pull your shirt back up and absolutely talk to them.
Wonderful.
Elminor leans back, nodding. Right? That's what I call a good deal. You get what you want, we get what we want. Everybody wins.
And what exactly was that deal?
I'm begging your pardon?
Well, you made
Oh,
a deal for the start. I'm curious
right,
what
yes. Well, there's only the 6 of us, and the ship we're going to be robbing is going to take more than 6 to rob properly. So, we hired us some muscle.
What ship are we robbing?
She's called the Empress of Japan. She's been running back and forth from this coast to another for a couple of years now. And when she gets where I need her to be, we need to be on board. And
What are we
preferably
stealing?
at the helm.
Oh, we're stealing the ship.
For a start, yeah. Hence the more people.
Ann Harbor and
Right.
Right.
Oh,
Thank you very much, Captain Terry, and your people are welcome to stay. As are you.
you.
My room's the last one at the end of the hall there. Tyrion nods, gets up. He himself is like... You get the sense that this guy enjoys being a pirate. He has very much like fair number of braids, beard, hefty jacket. Probably more than the weather in this part of the world currently demands. Ma'am.
Done.
And he steps away, sword in hand.
Oh. What was that sword?
How should I know? I didn't need it. I just needed him to need it. And then us to give it to him. This is what you call... you told me the word. Something to do with legs. What was it? Leg job.
Legwork?
Leg work, that's right. It's that work word. I just can't seem to get it in my head.
No, people like you never can.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm sure it's fine. Alright, so the legwork is done, and we've got our crew. And then we'll take the ship, and... Well, the next part's the next part. Enjoy your drink. I hope your shoulder's feeling better. I'm gonna figure out what the deal is with his head. I feel like there's something to it. Maybe it's just a head. We'll see. And she looks ready to like go party and be done talking business.
Right. So, tomorrow you're going to give me every detail you have on this Empress of Japan. Got it?
Right. It's a ship.
If all you know about it is that it's a ship.
That's not all I know about it. Don't
Good.
worry so much. Tonight turned out fine. The last job turned out all right. Hey, I even made you a little deal. These pirates are willing to fork over a bit of gadgetry they picked up a little while ago. Go and have a look when sometime. I think it's... Actually, did they give it to me? Here. Places a rolled up, like, leather bracer in front of you. Good luck. Don't hurt yourself.
The fuck? No. She'll
Don't say
take
I
it
never
and
did
she'll-
nothing for you.
Right. She'll let her walk off.
And she does. Off to drink and make merry with the crew.
Yeah, Echo's gonna look at this thing that's been put in front of her.
Give me... Ooh, what's a roll for discerning the nature of a gadget?
Intelligence
accept-
technology?
I would accept that. I would also accept something like intelligence craft, because it's clearly homemade.
I can do intelligence craft.
Cool.
I'm allegedly okay at that. There we go. 6.
6 hits.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the audience what you have now?
Yeah, so Echo kind of takes this bracer and looks, kind of flips it over a few times, investigating it. And as she does, she kind of just trying to remember how it actually works, but she catches a mechanism, and from the edge, from one end of the bracer, a little blade kind of sticks out. Probably about 4 inches long. And then she kind of flips the lever back, and the blade retreats back into the bracer. As she effectively now has a hidden blade from Assassin's Creed.
Come on.
She kind of nods, goes, interesting. And she'll kind of fold it back in and tuck it away in her coat to take back to her room later.
Awesome. The next day. Yeah, there's sounds of partying. Sounds like some of the pirates sleep over. How does the reserved-ish Echo handle being on a boat that is pretty frequently hedonistic?
She mostly doesn't care. She lets them do what they will. They know what they're doing. They're adults. It's only if one, they are, or at least she is preparing for something, or they try and drag her in or use a space that she needs, that she gets upset. And when she gets upset, she starts threatening to throw people overboard. So for the
Has
most
she ever
part,
thrown someone overboard?
once.
Right. Who was it and why?
I think it was probably Wonder, who was trying to get Echo to join in with whatever she was doing with Elminor, and Echo was just trying to stay calm, and then just snapped and went, "All right, that's it." Threw her overboard.
Excellent. Unfortunately, that did turn into everyone swimming because you were in a pretty nice place and not actively at sea. But
Yeah.
the message was clear. Right on. Anything before you go to bed?
She's gonna try. She's gonna try and eavesdrop on the captain until it becomes clear that things are happening that she does not want to overhear.
The captain being Tyrion?
Tyrion,
Or-
yes.
Cool. Right on. Give me a shadowing roll.
Right. 5.
5 is good. First of all, I think things you don't want to hear happen first, and then you come back for a conversation that's actually
Got it.
interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this ship, you say it's carrying a fair amount of valuables, a lot of cash on hand. That's right. No shortage of booty to plunder. And you're not looking for the money. I don't really need money. We're pretty good at just taking what we want around here. I mean, we've got enough of it, but, it's not really important. Right. So what's important about the ship? Nothing. And, everything. That's vague. That's correct. You're actually not going to tell me what you're after. I'm not going to tell you what I'm after. I'll pay you with a sword. We've had a good time. You're going to get a lot of money, and I'm going to get something else. And if something else turns out to be valuable, it's not valuable to you. Only to me and what I want. And, what do you want? Right now, I'd like another drink. And not to be asked such personal questions by a person who thoroughly works for me. All right. You're pretty, but you're not that pretty. Fair enough. And then they go back to it.
Yeah, cool. She gets up and walks the fuck away. Probably grumbling about stupid, pretentious fairy bitch.
She has been fair and polite for the most part, but very much in the way that someone who is superior and believes they are superior is polite to people who are around. Like, she doesn't assume your services, but she does kind of assume that once she's paid you for a job, you'll be down with the way she wants to do it.
Yeah, Echo doesn't like her very.
Yeah. All right.
And she heads to bed.
The next day, you'll hit open water with another ship at your side. Destination: the Empress of Japan. Elsewhere, Aylin. Ms. Crane.
Yes.
You're at a kind of important meeting right now, which is strange considering that you were in a viewing box in a theater about to watch, to be fair, a technological marvel, but it is 18 seconds of a woman dancing. They might also put on the 3-second loop of a man riding a horse.
If I wanted to see a woman dance, I have other ways to do it.
Why did that sound saucy? Anyway.
Because everything that comes out of her mouth is. business has been conducted in older areas. So Aylin is absolutely comfortable with talking to these to Jennings and Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were we were hoping to discuss as you know, I assume, Harry Houdini has been doing some very interesting work when it comes to mass persuasion. He pitched the theory a while back that if you could convince enough people that a thing is true, you could perform actual acts of magic without provoking vulgarity. He hasn't quite managed it yet, but it's an interesting theory. And
it is.
What are your opinions on him?
On Harry?
Yeah. Seem like an educated woman who knows him pretty well. What do you think of the man?
He's industrious and clever.
Industrious and clever.
I think you would do well to listen to him if you wanted his opinion on these things.
Right. I think it's a little odd, industrious and clever, and he uses it to entertain people. And he invites, sort of gestures out to the room, everyone.
What do you know of the people in this room?
I know a fair bit. It's an eclectic crowd. Certainly a diverse collection of approaches. No shortage of funny ideas, interesting methods. Take you, for example. As I understand it, you're not technically one of us.
Now, what makes you think that?
Oh, it's sort of my job to be informed about these things. Advances in our world, our field. We keep an eye on them. It's our job.
So I have a weird above-table question.
Yeah.
Aylin has unseemly aura.
Mm-hmm.
So she makes Nightfolk think that she's one of them. This doesn't count here?
I think that would provoke... Let me put it this way. Make an insight check.
All right.
Not a high threshold, but...
Fuck, what was that pool?
Wits and human perception.
Wits insight.
Yeah.
Four successes.
4 is better than you needed. Because on 2, yeah, people have discussed your unusual relationship to magic. This guy isn't part of your community. I mean, he's part of the greater organization, but he's, he doesn't get drunk with the people you get drunk with, or go to shows with the people you go to shows with. He doesn't know about your magic from detecting you right now, from being around you. He knows about you because he's read about you.
Mr. Brown, I would remind you that if you're going to integrate into a society like this, perhaps you consider getting to know the culture?
Integrate. That's a very good word. You know, when people integrate into a culture, it changes. And they change, the culture changes. It's sort of a shifting, a mutual exchange. I think there are people in this New York circle who misunderstand where this movement is going, who think integration is for everybody. And there are certainly some who disagree, if you catch my meaning.
I think I do. I would remind you of the history of peoples who have come into a place to take over, and how ultimately they find themselves forever fighting battles and distracted that way.
No, natives might disagree. Are we not in the United States of America?
Aylin, oh God, we're so lucky. We're so lucky that Aylin's got such good presence. She mad. I would love to know more about this perspective. Obviously, I have lack the vision you seem to possess.
And that's, of course, no fault of your own. First of all, make a deception.
Yeah, 1 second.
As I dare to assume that Aylin isn't actually down with what this guy is saying.
Absolutely not. Six successes enough?
Fuck. Holy shit.
I'm
Coming
just a
through when it
sad
counts.
woman. I need you to explain things to me, please. Tell me your whole plan. Thank you.
6. Holy shit. No, how
Please,
could
I
you?
don't know anything.
Obviously, you've been around Houdini, who is talented. Man's all over the place. I mean, he's bringing in people who are not. You got to understand. This points towards the screen. This is the future. Technology we can sell to the people. We could convince them that what we do is just how the world works. And all these weirdos who are like, it works because you believe, and it works because I tell you it does. They're the past. They're going out. And some of them are going to need help with that, but that's not really my department. And what I'm trying to say is, Harry's got an interesting concept here. But I don't think he sees things the way that I see them, the way that my people see them. And I'm glad to hear you sounding interested, because what we kind of need is someone to bring him around.
I am deeply interested.
Well, that's good to hear. And frankly, odd, if I'm being honest, considering your own unorthodox relation. Didn't you do some sort of tarot reading? You were a medium, right?
Oh, you're so close. Well, yes, I am a spiritualist. I still am.
Right.
And I will admit, my work has put me and Harry at odds very often. We've managed to bury the hatchet a little bit, but You said you and your people.
That's right.
Is this a large organization?
Apologize. I thought you were aware. Is this the organization? We're all a part of it. It's just Harry runs his branch a little differently than we do, and we think it's time he fell in line.
Ah, yes. That's more what I'm asking.
I don't think you can help us with that.
Well, I'd need to know the numbers. If, I wanted to convince Harry, I would need to know how many other people agree with your perspective.
Well, that's fair. I mean, DC chapter, pretty much entirely for sure. Most of good chunk, I'd say, maybe not most, but certainly majority of Chicago had a little more trouble pushing out west. A lot of old spirits there. It's hard to get a foothold. Technology when people are like, I found gold in the ground. Why do I need a computer?
Of course.
You don't know about computers yet. Don't worry about that.
They are just women who do math.
This is very funny. Yeah. We're out there. Europe, obviously, elsewhere in the world.
Of course.
So you think you can be on board with that?
I think I could be on board. You must understand, all of the lead-based makeup or whatever, I have trouble remembering things. I would have to have you, if possible, write things down for me, just a little.
Make another deception check.
Farts. Hey, question.
Yeah.
I have a thing that gives me a bonus to my persuasion.
Yes.
Can I?
Under what circumstance?
The first time I meet someone, I have my perfume.
Yeah, you can employ that here.
Hell yeah. I need the audience to know I feel
composure
gross
plus
too.
resolve roll.
Why?
Because I am not a kind god.
I'm re-rolling that.
Okay. Cool.
3 successes.
All right. You may make your deceptive roll with your bonus. And you don't need to worry about why I asked you for that right now.
On 9 dice, 4 successes is stupid, but is that enough?
Up to you. How much willpower do you have left?
I've just started using it.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'll do one more. I'll do one more for the espionage of it all.
6 successes.
6 successes. Not gonna lie. Finding a like-minded individual in a fucking place like this, it's a real boon. I will put you in touch with some people who can get you some documentation. I feel like I owe you an apology now.
Why?
Well, the thing is, we really didn't think you were gonna go along with this. Right, because non-standard magical talents and Houdini, you literally live with the man.
Listen, it's of convenience. If anything, I simply just do not have the funding to stay on my own.
Right, and we can definitely take care of that. I mean, once we're moving this technology grift across the sleepers, we're going to be making so much money. You won't know what to do with it all.
Well, I would be
So much
very
fucking
interested
money.
to help you in that case as well.
Absolutely. I think you'll find that money and power and power and magic, they really start to run hand in hand at a certain point.
Aylin, fully leans in and has lets the back of her hand brush the back of his.
Yeah.
It is such a comfort to know that there's someone out there who has such vision as you.
He leans back and looks a little uncomfortable. Yeah, that's why I got to apologize. See, we wanted to talk to personally to see if you were amenable. We have already talked to your friend Angelo, right? He was not amenable. He was not amenable. So, good odds the next time you see your man Harry, he's going to be in a certain state of grief.
Really?
Yeah. Angelo. Yeah, they both went over to the other side of the lake there, and Harry will probably be fine, but I don't think it's going to go so well for the other one.
How do you mean?
You're going to make me... Oh, hang on. Movie starting. Let's watch this. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
I'm going to kill this man. Seven successes on 5 dice.
As he turns
I'm gonna
away,
kill him.
And the other guy turns as well, a couple things become crystal clear. First of all, your friend outside, Nikola Tesla, is correct. Harry and Angelo and you met during a summer vacation. It is not their anniversary. It won't be for 5 months. Which means somebody convinced them it was, messed with their minds, and now they are in another country while all of their allies are in this room. And this guy is either has or currently is having Angelo killed. To advance his plot to persuade Houdini, or because he finds homosexuality appalling. Probably both.
Probably both. What's the film we're watching? Is it the woman dancing or is it the horse?
Woman Dancing. That's the new one. They just finished it. And
Right. Yes. Oh man, I want to do something really stupid right now, and I shouldn't. While the movie is happening, I just want to consult. Can I check in with the folk with my friends?
I believe Gordon is currently present with you.
I don't have to voice anything to talk to him, right?
No. He
Gordon,
has been silent, but he is fucking livid.
I'm about to kill this man.
I feel very similarly. If I were here myself, I think, I told you not to teleport inside people because it could kill you. Might be worth it this time.
I wouldn't want to make a scene, and moreover, there's a larger organization that is working against us.
Right.
There's a chance. Do you think right now there's a way to save Angelo?
Yeah.
If we leave right now?
What now?
Do you think we can do it without ruining our relationship with this lovely man?
Don't know.
All right. Stand by. I'm going to see what can be done next.
All right. I'm going to say that conversation took, in your head, you're speaking fairly quickly, approximately 5 seconds, which is 1 round of combat. You have 3 more before the movie ends.
No, don't worry. We're not going to combat yet.
You may not, but somebody is.
Aylin, Aylin is going to start hyperventilating, or at least look like she's hyperventilating. I will roll for it if I have to.
Yeah. Manipulation performance.
Oh, no.
I believe that is literally the thing you are best at.
Watch me fail. Okay, I need more than 2 successes, I assume.
Depends on what your long-term plan is here.
I need this man to leave this room with me.
With 7 successes on that
No,
insight,
it's two.
With 7 successes on your insight check, this man will never care enough about another human being to help them in a time of need.
Okay.
Do you want to rethink your strategy?
I'm going to force him out of the room is really what is the plan. I am just going to pretend, like the plan is to pretend to pass out on him and get him to escort me out because of propriety's sake.
Okay.
I will re-roll for that.
Gotcha.
4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah. You experience a bit of pain. Like, what's wrong? And you lean over onto him. And he looks at you for a second and then looks over at the man with him and says, take her outside.
I'm just going to grab him and as we're headed for support to pull him out.
Make a strength and athletics check.
Come on.
He wants to see the movie. He does not care about you.
It's a fucking horse, man. 1 success. I'm not going to get him out of here. I'll take Brown. Fine, fuck it. They're not Brown. Jennings.
Jennings? Yeah. All right. Jennings carries you out. I'm going to have him do an examination roll.
Fuck me.
Yeah, he looks you in the eye. Nothing's wrong with you.
Oh, I assure you there's plenty of things wrong with me. I'm about to do something insane. Does this man... Oh, okay. I assume we're in a powder room at this point.
There's sort of an antechamber between the box and the main walkway.
Where did you take Angelo?
Narrows his eyes. Didn't take him. He's Italy, I think.
And there are people waiting for them then?
He's going to make an insight check on you. If he beats 3 hits, he understands that your intentions are not friendly.
Well, then I'm going to teleport through him.
Interesting.
Do I roll against that?
Yeah. You're not being particularly subtle, so we're going to go charisma plus persuasion now.
That's fine.
That of manipulation.
4 successes.
All right. You still have the drop on him for a few more seconds, which is about all you've got left in this movie.
All right. Yeah. So I have asked where is he, but I need to know where they are.
nods.
And people are waiting for them.
So Houdini told you where he was going, thinking it was their anniversary. If these guys know as much about you as they seem to, they might know where that shop is.
All right, come along, asshole. I'm going to Gordon and this man and I are going to take a trip to Italy.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll your teleport.
All right. I remember how to 2 successes is not enough. I'm running out of willpower, but we are going to re-roll it.
Okay.
Emotionally not enough. 3 successes.
3 successes. Good news. You're going to a place you've been to and to a person you know very well. Normally, that would be enough. However, you are not doing so alone. So something weird's going to happen.
Oh no.
You do as you were taught and you project your senses forward first. You see a frozen scene, the pastry shop that you enjoyed previously, someone taking a little bit of money and handing over a bag of pastries with a smile on her face. She's got like the smock and her hair is tied back. Like a cook and the proprietor. On the other side of the counter is Houdini, who is currently disintegrating a man with his right hand and reattaching what appears to be Angelo's arm with his other. Angelo has apparently pulled, you're not sure what it is, but it's some sort of energy, like a white effervescent fog out of a man. There are 5 or 6 others nearby, converging on their location. This you see for a split second before a hand grabs you by the throat, and you feel something in your brain's connection to your body disengage. You snap back and also move him forward as you had intended to do. And for a split second, you and Mr. Jennings are face to face in the middle of the ocean, hanging in midair.
Are you kidding me?
Then you drop, and he continues on his path and materializes at speed in that Italian shop, disintegrating on impact with one of his allies.
Jesus Christ. Huh.
I would like you to roll stamina.
That's not a thing I do.
As you are currently in the water, unable to move. Your entire body is numb.
I fucking hate this. I have no successes.
Cool. You sink.
Cool. Fuck me, I guess. Hey, Gordon. Dying here.
If what? Call. Hey. No, what? Eat.
Well, we've had a good run. Aylin is running through like she. I can't do shit. She's just running through the whole council.
You dip into your mind, and all of them are like, what happened? What was that? Are you okay? How are we getting out of here? Does anyone know how to reverse paralysis? And then you feel a little more comfortable in your mind space, and you realize it's because your conscious mind is shut off.
Oh, okay. I'm dying. Hey, remember that whole situation with Rebellion, the avatar that I know exists is somewhere? Hi.
Okay.
Are you there, God? It's me, Aylin.
Hail Mary. I would like you to make... What do I make this? Let's go Charisma Occult. To pray for your life.
What's the role to pray?
Oh, you also can't understand any of the spirits. Whatever he did has damaged the relationship between your mind and your blood.
Oh my god, I have 1 success and I'm running out of willpower. It would be my last willpower to reroll this, but also, how lovely would it be to just have to make a new character?
Oh, we don't have access to the artist anymore, so hope you don't die.
Fine. 2 successes, no more willpower. Jesus, take the wheel.
Okay.
Listen, I've got 10 people in here with me. I've got who I can't access. I've got the spirit of rebellion, I guess, into my it's somewhere. I hope looking out for me. And an eldritch god that lives in a book in my study.
And you know what you need right now? A guy with a rope.
Well, my arms don't work.
Mm-hmm. I think this is where we're going to leave you for this session.
Fuck me.
Actually, make me one more roll. What's an awareness?
I hate it here. What success?
Cool.
Oh, Sloan, I'm gonna miss you.
Speaking of Sloan.
Yeah.
You just won a card game and let a sad man off without killing him.
Did. Point of order before we go any further, because I have burned quite a bit of willpower. I completed my desire. Can I have a point of willpower back?
Which specifically was your desire?
Make some money.
You did make some money. You may absolutely have that point of willpower back.
Thank you. I feel like I'm gonna need it.
What would make you say that?
Stares in Clara's general direction.
All right. Yeah. The evening is yours. You won the game. The house is excuse me. The house is happy to look after your money. It's obviously in their best interest that people gamble here and trust them with that. So if you wish. And there's a very pretty girl who keeps looking at you.
There is a very pretty girl who keeps looking at me.
Hey, BP.
Yeah?
The chat's saying they can't hear you.
Oh. My bad, guys. I forgot to unmute my mic in OBS. Yes. I regained a point of willpower, and there's a pretty girl that's staring at me. That's all you've missed. I am... Well, I mean, Uncle Wyatt is here. I've won quite a bit of money, some of it his.
Yeah, but you guys
he's
have
married.
exchanged money.
Yeah, and he's also married to a rich woman. He doesn't need it as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think Uncle Wyatt and I are going to go in. We're going to get a drink. And at some point during that drinking, I am going to very subtly kind of hint that maybe Uncle Wyatt should take a walk or go talk to a friend that's here so that I am available in case she wants to come and talk to me. I am not going to approach her. I'm too cool for that shit.
All right. Yeah. Wyatt's giving you the slow nod and starting to tell a story that he seems to have forgotten you were present for. Yeah, so there was this one time we were out in, say Kansas City. And this one bloke rolls up on me, biggest dang hat I ever did see. And,
Uncle Wyatt, is that who I think it is? And I'm going to point over his shoulder at some, mutual acquaintance of ours.
It's entirely possible. Who do you think it is?
Oh, I can't remember his name. Looks familiar, though.
Right. What about this fellow with the hat?
Just completely ignoring me? Eventually,
There's a real possibility that his pretending to be sleepy thing wasn't as pretend as it used to be.
Okay. I'm going to give him a minute and let him kind of ramble until he seems like he's actually genuinely pretty tired. And then I'm going to go, that was an interesting story. Maybe I should get you a carriage home.
I'll just head up to one of the rooms here.
If you want to. My guest room is a lot more comfortable, but you're welcome to stay here if you want.
I feel like they comp us rooms because we played here. Lord knows I spent enough money.
That's true.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check to move a tired old cowboy to bed.
Okay. Charisma and persuasion. Do I get any bonuses because he's eepy?
No.
Damn, okay.
He's also too stubborn to realize he's sleepy.
That's fair. 2 successes.
Yeah, all right. I'll, You're gonna stay up a bit longer?
A bit.
All right, then.
Good evening, Uncle Wyatt.
Good evening, young Miss Holliday.
I will peck his cheek.
Oh. And he gets up and sort of lumbers away. A few minutes, maybe not a few, his seat is taken.
Is it the pretty girl?
It's the pretty girl. Well, hello there, darling. I don't believe we've met.
I don't believe we have. I'm Sloan Holliday, and I will hold out a hand. Who might you be, darling?
Cynthia Ross.
Nice to meet you, Miss Ross.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, I'm sure. I saw you fight that man out in the street. That was quite a thing.
Yeah. Some men are too stubborn to understand it's not that they got cheated, they're just not very good at this.
You strike me as someone who's pretty good. Is that correct?
I like to think I'm okay.
Tell me, you shot him in the shoulder.
I did.
That's not normally the way of it.
Well, he's a hothead who was afraid to go home and let down his family. It's no reason to kill him. He's a lot more useful alive.
I suspect he'll be useful to who, if I may ask?
Well, he owes me now, so me.
I see. Someone to help you out in the future.
Seems
That
like
makes
the
a little
right
bit
of
of
it.
sense.
What can I do for you?
Well, if I'm being honest, I could use a little help myself.
And with what? May I ask?
You see, I've been around this establishment a little while now, and there ain't a dang soul who interests me.
That is a pickle.
It is indeed. And I was hoping, if you don't mind, you can maybe solve that problem and help me with a little something else. My dress is stuck, you see.
Mm-hmm. Sloan is going to very casually tap out or pull out a silver cigarette case and pull out one of her hand-rolled cigarettes and offer her one. She's putting one between her own lips, but she will also offer Cynthia one.
She'll take it.
And then we'll light them both. Because everybody smoked at this time.
Oh, yeah. She actually has a holder and doesn't mind putting your cigarette in the end of it.
Well, I'm sure we could see about that. But you said there was more than one thing you needed help with.
Well, good company and wardrobe is too, ain't it?
I suppose that's fair.
Maybe we discuss the third tomorrow?
She'll nod a little. I think that can be arranged. Do you have a room here?
I do indeed.
Well, she'll turn and take one of the shots that was poured. The shot that's left, what's left of her glass, and down it. Lead on, then.
All right. A few minutes later, you're out in sort of one of the wings of the building. Up on the second floor. Bit of a view out towards the bay. Now, why don't we just have a seat here? And I'd like you to make me a roll.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Have you make 2 rolls.
Okay.
The first is going to be an insight check.
Okay. What's an insight? So that's my big pool.
I'm going to give you a -2 to this.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Because she is very pretty.
She is very pretty. Yeah, it's 2 successes. I'm just gonna keep it.
Cool. Then that's actually all I need.
Fuck me. All right.
Because funny thing about unprepared mortals.
Mm-hmm.
She looks into your eyes and smiles, brushes your cheek, kisses you.
Obviously,
And
I'm kissing back.
Totally, yeah, and that's totally cool. It's also very cool when she takes your guns and passes them to the guy standing next to her. And when he and her come around, and are they going to bite you? Yeah. Oh, she's biting you. On the neck.
Okay.
I'm going to have you now roll composure and resolve to try and break out of effectively a trance.
Five successes. That's a critical.
5 successes. You are going to immediately suffer 2 points of aggravated damage from 2 vampires draining your blood, but you are back to consciousness.
Okay. Question.
Yes. You have been you were asked to give up your weapons. So anything that you would have qualified as a weapon is now in their possession. If you think of it as a weapon, you gave it away.
God damn it. Are they within reach?
No.
Okay, OT, you've done this to a character who is not built for hand-to-hand combat. Ow! I don't know what to do with this. I have nothing to help me with this.
What would Sloan do if she had been... You're in a bad situation.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it does
I am.
feel good, so maybe you're not. Maybe you just go with it.
She would want her guns back, but they're out of reach, and she's not a brawler.
Let's say they're out of arm's reach.
They're out of arm's reach.
You're at the end of a couch. She's sitting on the couch in front of you. The guy is behind you, holding your arms, and the guns are on the coffee table. Maybe 4 feet away.
That's still too far for me to reach. God damn it. Okay. I think Sloan would take advantage of how does she seem to be is her hair like up?
Yeah.
So she has a hairpin? At least one?
Probably, yeah.
Can I try to make a sleight of hand roll to remove her hairpin, but make it look like I'm just really into it and trying to like run my fingers through her hair?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm assuming Dex and Subterfuge?
I believe there is a larceny skill.
There is, but there is also Subterfuge, which I have a sleight of hand specialty in.
Oh, interesting. Then yes, that.
Okay. So that's 7 dice. With a specialty. Come on, Sloan. I'm going to re-roll failures.
All right. Tell me right now how much willpower you have total.
Total?
Or available to you left.
2. 2 left.
Cool.
And that was 5 successes.
5 successes. You managed to get the hairpin. Take another 2 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to stab her like trying to figure out how to describe this. I want to bring the hairpin around and like up under her chin and stab up and into her brain.
Brutal. Do me a favor real quick. Tell me how many hit points you have left.
1.
Cool. So your vision is starting to blur. And swim. And a pleasant sensation is turning into cold. So make a Dex plus Melee.
I don't have melee, so it's just going to be a dex save, or a dex check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fucking die on my first session, OT. Or I could roll 5 successes on 3 dice for a critical.
5 successes on 3 dice. Holy shit.
I rolled 2 10s and a 9. Sloan is not interested in dying today.
You pulled this pin out with your left hand, and you know the best way to use it, but you can't get your left hand under her arm where she's like wrapped it around you without it being noticeable. So you toss the pin into your right hand and bring that up like it's poking out through your knuckles.
No, fuck.
Punch.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
She recoils, and you get your first look at a no attempt to conceal it, fangs out, hissing vampire.
I did like a lot of damage, right? Please tell me I did a lot of damage.
You did a significant amount of damage. Her eyes are no longer looking in the same direction, and she like pushes back on the couch like she's trying to figure out what's going on.
Has he let me go?
He stops feeding and looks up and
I am
says,
lunging for the guns as soon as he lets go. Or as soon as he
he's
looks
not
up.
letting go of your arms.
As soon as he's not latched on, I'm trying to go for the guns.
Cool. Make a strength plus brawl or athletics.
One
To try
die,
and break out of
OT.
his grip. Yep.
And it's a success.
Cool.
It's not enough to counter a vampire, but I didn't fail. So, you know.
Yeah. He got 3.
Yeah,
So he
I
is
see
holding your
that.
arms, and he looks and says, Cynthia, what the hell are you doing? How did that happen? You just messed that up?
Well, I can't get away. Can I try and stab him next?
I kind of think your weapon went with her across the couch.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, give me another sleight of hand roll
It's just like
to
fine.
see if you hung on to it.
Yeah, okay. Four successes?
4 successes. Yeah, you still got it.
Oh, thank God. I would like to stab him in the face.
He has pinned, he's holding you above the elbow, so the best you could get is his arm.
I will go for his hand. It's easier to get through.
Go ahead and make another attack.
Mm, 2.
Cool. Okay. You swing at his hand, and he releases the arm that you're swinging with, which is like, oh, good. I can get a better heft. And then you feel something connect with the back of your head like a rock.
Oof.
Then you are laying on the couch while Cynthia is like standing across the room, working her jaw and hissing a little bit. And the strange man is standing near the door saying, I told you we should have just killed her. I'm not just going to kill Holliday's heir. It's gotta be fun. There is a knock at the door.
Can I yell?
You may attempt to yell. I'm going to need you to make a charisma check at -2.
Oh, Jesus. Just charisma?
Let's go charisma stamina.
Okay, well, that's better than just charisma, I guess.
You are effectively knocked out right now, but still bringing in some information.
1?
Cool. Could you give me your best approximation of a mostly unconscious person getting a 1 on a shout? Solid. I'll take it. The door opens, and a man you don't recognize enters. Cynthia, you got her. Nicely done. Were you going to infect her beforehand, or we're just going to do this? I was going to get around to it, sir. I had got a little bit distracted. She got stabbed in the head is what she got. You got stabbed in the head? That's hilarious.
I have a free hand, right?
You want to try and do something?
I'm trying to grab one of my guns. I'm desperate.
Cool. I'm going to need 3 hits on a strength athletics to move your body.
I literally can't do that, so.
Okay. So you start to reach out. Let's say 3 cumulatively over time.
Okay. Because I have 1 strength and no athletics, so. Well, there's 1.
Your hand is moving. You can grip and lift it. Right. And Ms. Sloan Holliday, it's nice to see you in person. You know, I got a fair number of brethren. Well, in the ground doesn't quite qualify because you're old man. It's just nice to meet you in person.
Question.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to shoot at somebody, can I just pull the trigger? I'm just looking to make noise.
If you get those 3 hits and make contact with a gun, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Let me know when I'm allowed to roll again.
For sure. Right now, this guy, the newcomer, better dressed than the, well, not better dressed than her, better dressed than the other guy. See, I got a lot of friends in the, well, everywhere, really. The Cowboys, you remember them, don't you?
I put at least one of them in the ground. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Friends of mine. And never quite sat right with me and mine. What y'all did down there. So, consider this restoring the balance. Try not to take it too hard, you know. Happens to everybody eventually. At this point, he's knelt down next to you. His face is maybe 1.5 feet from your own.
Yeah. There's not much I can do. I'm just desperately trying to wrap my hands around the handle of the gun.
Right.
Uncle Wyatt somewhere down the hall.
Anyway, I'm gonna... Oh my goodness. Are these the firearms of one Doc Holliday? Well, don't that just beat all? He picks one of them up. This is very nice. Now, the bad news is I do have a boat to catch. I got places to be. So I'm going to leave you in the care of my friends here. What are you going to do with her once you're done? We was thinking taxidermy. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, do her and the old man. He should be dead by now. And we can put him in my office together. Sure thing, sir. Right, good. So I'm going to take these. Holds up the pistols. And I will see you, points them at you, on the other side. Pew. Right. And back to it.
I guess I just didn't get to make those other rolls then.
He did intervene.
Okay.
The other two vampires. Taxidermy? Really? I thought it'd be funny. He seemed to like it. Why are you always kissing his ass as they're coming over to you? He's the boss. You kiss the boss's ass and get promoted. You're never getting promoted, Clint. Well, I could get promoted. I got aspirations. I mean, we just bagged this here broad. They got the old man. He's probably done by now. Well, things is looking up for us. Clint, the day things is looking up for you, and then her head explodes. The door blasts open, and you see Wyatt rack his shotgun and spray fire across Cynthia. The whole room is lit up. The other one, Clyde, apparently, turns with a dumbfounded expression and rushes forward to meet some kind of silvered blade right through his middle. And a moment later, Wyatt stumbles into the room. Kid, are you all right?
I'm dying. How are you?
One sec. He comes over to you, takes a syringe, puts it in your leg, and suddenly you could run a marathon.
What the?
Run! He points to the open window, whips around, and fires a shot as a blur, almost too fast to see, streaks into the room, gets caught by the incendiary shot, and slams through the wall into the next room.
Did he take all three of my guns, or did he just take the ones that were obviously Doc's?
The ones that were Doc's.
Okay, then I'm going to grab my itty bitty Derringer because it's all I fucking got left because he took my artifacts. So,
all right,
and I am pissed if I could if I don't know if the flash of a blur of a person had my guns and dropped them, I'd like to grab them, but if not, I'm just running.
That you see through the room, that was another person who apparently also monstrous because they're not immolating the way they should. It's like paper.
Great.
But
awesome.
No, he had a big knife, and from the mark on Wyatt, it looks like they've been fighting already.
Cool. I'm grabbing the Derringer and I'm running then. If I need to squeeze off shots to cover us, I will, but otherwise I'm just desperate to get the fuck out of here.
All right. You take off. You hear a few more shots. There's shouting. That wing of the building, by the time you're clear, is on fire.
Is Uncle Wyatt behind me?
He told you to run and shove something into your hand. And as you turn back, maybe a block or two away, you see him standing before the fire as several other figures, sort of low to the ground, move to approach him. And he says, I ain't dead yet, and I'm not going tonight.
Well, I'm not going to leave him. He's kind of the only family I've got left.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
You have half a hit point.
That's fair. Okay, fine. I'll run. He would never forgive me, even if I saved him.
All right.
As an aside, it's just worth noting. The last thing Doc ever said to Wyatt was one of the last things that Doc ever said to Wyatt was, "I'm dying. How are you?"
Poignant that Sloan should remember that in this moment.
Yep.
You take the easiest path downhill. The energy in your muscles is sapping the further you get. But for a moment, your vision blurs, and then you see a ship. Pretty good sized ship. If that guy with the guns was taking a boat out of town, fancy pants like that, it would probably be on a ship like this.
I have half a hit point left, but he's got my dad's guns. I can't let him leave with them.
You move towards the boat, and immediately several people who will appear to be some kind of crew are like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Hands grab you and help you on board and down to what looks like got a bit of an infirmary here. You'll be okay. All right. Let's get her some, bandage her up, keep her nice and warm.
I am desperately through the haze of trying not to bleed out, trying to describe the man that I saw.
All right. Charisma plus persuasion.
Okay.
At a -2.
I'm going. Oh, fuck me. Do they think I'm pretty?
I'm going to say that's not relevant at this moment.
God damn it. Then I have 3 dice. For 5 successes, that's a critical. Jesus. Sloan is a monster.
5 successes. One of the guys appears to be like in charge and directing the other. You reach up, grab his collar, and yank his face down to yours and spit out 5 or 6 specific adjectives. And the intensity in your eyes as you let him go and begin to like return to the incoming sleep. It's like, right, nobody gets in this room who isn't crew. Understood? I want an armed guard on the infirmary until further notice. And any suspicious passenger behavior, you report it to me. And with that, darkness approaches. And you, aboard the ship, the Empress of Japan, begin to drift out to sea. Sometime later, in the ocean, you will awaken as the crew drags someone else in. You're still pretty delirious. But you could swear as they put her down on the bunk right next to yours that you know that face very, very well. Maybe somebody you used to date? And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.